Yeah,
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it,
Oh
baby.
crap! Because it's a window
Do
window
it
thing. I can't.
right.
I can't actually look
Hit
at
what
my
button?
word.
That is the start recording button.
All right, there we go. Jay, you are confirmed for kick. Dan, you are confirmed with kick. Jay, hold on. Let me see about your YouTube. Let's just get everybody up. Okay, that looks like that's up and running.
I'll have to bring you up on this one.
I have checked. Check, check, check. Check.
Bringing Jay up here in a second. We are live, just letting you know.
We are live.
We are.
Yep.
How's everybody
We are.
doing?
Live? Oh no! Not the dreaded live.
Why don't I see Jay?
Shiny sees me.
I see
Why is
you.
Jay not showing up for me on kick?
Because you're.
What's up, Radical?
I am. Whatever.
Oh man, I'm gonna need my extra mods. Not you guys, but I'm gonna need my extra mods to like do their thing and shout y'all out. Y'all lovely mods, man. Where the other moderators at?
What is my camera doing right now? Hold on. There we go.
No.
It's like,
Watch
hey,
this.
Rad, I don't want you to stream anymore. I don't want you to do anything. I need to get a new one for real.
Hey, look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that. Why do I have to get chat rules? Psst. Yo, I don't abide by rules.
Don't they know Shiny breaks the rules?
I know.
Imagine Botrex not working for me. Imagine.
Oh wow. Let's banter about that. Botrex.
Can you do shout outs in YouTube?
Yes.
Radical figured it out. I'm gonna give Radical his flowers. He figured it out. Any point?
Shout outs.
Exclamation point, shout out, and add your name. But they have to be it has to be the name that they're using on their YouTube.
All right, so I want to practice this real quick. So exclamation point SO.
Here.
And then do I do a space?
You have to be a mod, don't you?
Yeah, she's one.
I have to practice. So exclamation point SO and then space your name, or just SO your name?
The at
name, because on
is there a space though?
Yeah, whenever you exclamation SO space and then at. Right. HD the King, what's up, fam? How we doing? It worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you click the link, it'll go straight to my YouTube.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fabulous. All right, kittens. Well, here we are. It's another NFL podcast. Tonight is our night. We've had kind of a bumpy week. And now we are into, what is this week? The first bye week?
This would technically
preseason, last week of the preseason.
Last week of the preseason.
So they give them a bye week before the start of the season.
We'll get to that. You settle down over there. You settle down.
Oh, really? 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 I'm shocked and appalled. Really?
Yes.
Hey.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Now simmer down. We need to do our intros.
I'm very simmer.
School teacher says, sit down and wait till it's your turn. Okay. So tonight, the squad is back. And I am delighted to be a part of the NFL Highlight Squad. We have Big J repping 2 Lit. Jay, do you want to say a couple words about our newest YouTube partner?
I just want to say I appreciate you guys. If it wasn't for all of you guys putting in the hard work and support and believing in me and not giving up on me and just, being there, I wouldn't be YouTube partner. So I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
That is quite the accomplishment. We are super proud to be in your corner and watch the evolution. Next up, we've got Athletic Dan, is it still current or former GM for the Colts? Where did we end up at the end of last year?
I retired.
Okay, but you're still Spider-Man's best friend, right?
Yes.
All right, so Spider-Man's best friend, former GM for the Colts. We will see who he reps this year. Give it up for Athletic Dan. Let us know what you got going on, Dan. What you want to say? What you want to say? The mic
What
is
do I
yours.
want to say?
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for having me for another week, and I've really enjoyed being with you guys. And let's have a lot of fun this week.
Hell yeah, we
Let's
know how to
go.
have fun. We
Yeah,
know
we
how to
do.
have fun.
We know how to have fun.
All right. So,
Hey.
and then the the youngin in the crowd, the troublemaker, the maker of
Oh.
mischief, the antagonizer, the hater in the field. We have the co-owner for Shiny Tenarmi, Radical Foil 1796. Whatever.
That's me. That's me.
She said a word ever. I loved it.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
there's me, Shiny Hero 2873, also co-owner for the Shiny Tenarmi, although I'm considering my options. Anyway.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. Yeah, anyway. Here we are. I'll play hostess with the mostest this evening. Anyway, welcome back. Gentlemen, what you been thinking? What's been happening in the world of NFL? We'll get to the bye week in a minute, but what any news that catches your eye? Anything that you're like, ooh, this happened, or oh, that happened? Like anybody moving somewhere? Anybody trading anywhere that we want to talk about real quick?
Dan, Mr. Dan, I know you got something to talk about.
Look, he wants to. You see his face. It's all in the face.
Yeah.
No,
Let's hear it, Dan.
I want Jay to talk about that big trade.
I mean, I'm just
There
saying.
is one trade, but I think we got to get to the
Wait,
the
yeah,
more
let's
important one
hear.
first.
Come on, Jay. Let's hear it. Give us the summary.
I mean, there's a certain team that you were kind of liking, because of a certain NFL quarterback.
Boy.
Mr. Trey Lance has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. They
Yep.
former 49ers
Backup
quarterback,
quarterback.
backup. Yeah.
And you know what? Speaking on that, I got some news to hear that Shiniferous may like to hear.
Let's go.
Guys. So, as you all know, unfortunately, my guy, my quarterback, Joey Burrow, has been injured with a calf injury.
I saw that.
Oh, no,
Right?
my boyfriend.
I remember that.
He'll be
At his
back.
bedside. Do I
He'll
need
be
to bring
back.
him flowers and soup?
Really?
Soup.
Really? Right now? Really? I am
Does he need
shocked and appalled.
cuddles? Does he need cuddles? Little Joey B need cuddles?
I am shocked and appalled at that notion. He's been nursing a calf injury. He'll be back
I'll
for week
nurse
1.
him.
Oh.
I take it back. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
That sounds terrible. I take it back. I mean, nurse him back to health. Like, I'll put on a nurse hat. Let's be clear. Okay, moving on.
Yo. Look, I like how Dan is just like he's just like,
Dan's like trying to keep us straight. I swear to God, if I don't pee my pants, it'll be a miracle. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
And that is why we have the best NFL podcast ever. We're so full of entertainment.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
Anyway, so Rad, you were saying little Joey B is injured with a torn tendon.
It's his calf injury. It's not a torn tendon.
Torn tendon.
I am shocked and appalled at these notions today.
Torn tendon.
Anyways, so Shiniferous's big other boyfriend, speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Cooper Rush.
Ooh.
There's a big rumor out there that Cincinnati is in talks with Dallas to trade for Cooper Rush.
As well, they should. He is a developing talent.
Would be his be the backup quarterback in Cincinnati. And he was actually, I also found out that in free agency during the offseason, the number 2 team for Cooper Rush was Cincinnati.
Ooh.
See, he's got good taste too.
He does.
What do you ask for in a boyfriend?
I remember last time they had a nice little red rocket. You remember? Mr. Andy Dalton. Hey,
Andy
Yeah.
Dalton.
Hey, Andy Dalton, I already know one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I'm playing.
but I think that Cooper Rush would be a good backup quarterback for you guys.
But we just need somebody in case Mr. Burrow goes down with a torn tendon calf injury.
So
I think he'd be a good backup. My honest opinion.
I mean, he proved he won games, didn't he? He won
did.
games when it mattered.
Yeah, he did.
He kept Dallas relevant while everybody thought that their season was pretty much gone.
He did the damn thing, and I still salute.
So-
I still salute him for that. Appreciate
Shining
you,
two
Kiwi.
favorite quarterbacks right there are might be on the same team.
Well, and I know I'd hope the day, you never want your boyfriends to meet up when you
Yeah.
have multiples.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping things will work out. Everybody will play nice and we won't have any friction and we'll be able to maintain the stable. So we'll see how this works out.
So the Cardinals ended up trading Isaiah Simmons for a 7th-round pick to the Giants lately. Actually.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's a pretty good pickup, honestly.
Freaking awesome.
yeah.
That guy is a
Giants,
bruiser.
that team that took in that guy from that other team who shall not be mentioned.
Oh, you're talking about Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh, he went to that other New York team.
He went to that
Jets.
that second mediocre.
Yeah.
New York
What's the
team.
difference? They both suck.
They were what they do.
Where's the bumper burn when you need it?
Hey, listen, they got to contend with the Bills for the best team in New York. So
Okay.
good luck contesting the Bills for the best team.
Right?
I want to know.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
I want to know what Rad was talking about when he was saying about trades that I know about. What were you talking about?
Well, if we're gonna talk about trade requests and trades, we can go none other than Jonathan Taylor himself.
I was just gonna say. I just wanted to say. So
Ooh.
you know why he's important to me, right?
He's
You
your
all know
boyfriend?
why he's important to me. Yes, no.
Fantasy football. Yes.
Boyfriend?
No, he's not my boyfriend. Especially
fantasy
not with
football.
his high drama. He is my running back for fantasy football.
Oof.
But somehow I ended up with him not noticing that he was on the physically unable to play list, the pup list.
Yeah.
So I basically got screwed. So I fully anticipate to have issues. But supposedly he's been like dying to get traded somewhere else. Where's he going? Where do we think he's going?
Miami.
Miami.
Oh.
Breaks my heart, but it is what it is.
That's what they're
right?
talking about. I mean, that's what they're saying the most. They're saying it's a done deal. They just gotta announce it.
Yeah,
I-
and so
I-
I'm hoping with this move that suddenly that hot, sexy Miami air will miraculously heal him, and he'll get his get up and go. Kind of like how Stella got her groove back, he'll get his groove back, and I'll be back in business for fantasy. But whatever.
So the crazy thing with trades in fantasy football is they can be big time bruisers. They can be like, so you move McCaffrey over to the 49ers. McCaffrey absolutely went off in the 49ers. He was still good with the Panthers, but I mean, like,
Well, he had those
Yeah.
down years in Carolina, injuries.
there's
Yeah,
a
it's
difference
true.
between their quarterback and the 49ers quarterback. Although I have my things to say about Brock Purdy, but we're not talking about him.
And then the future of the Carolina Panthers, Andy Dalton. But
Stop it. Stop it.
I think he's gonna go to Minnesota. I think it's possible.
Who is?
I think he could go to Minnesota, Taylor.
as long as he doesn't go to the Bears, right? Right? Nonsense. I know you're out there.
As long as he doesn't go to division
Ooh.
rival, that would
Right?
be dumb if they
Zoden?
did that.
Isn't Zoden a fan of the Bears too?
Oh man, I thought he was a fan of the Eagles. Yeah.
He's all over the place. I heard last time I checked. He was on the good old red wagon.
Could be me.
You can call me out later, bro, and then you know, we can have a chat.
Whale.
I'm just playing.
Dang. Yeah. Okay.
know,
Anybody who saw any of this coming, raise a hand. Not me.
What?
I mean, Jonathan Taylor was playing on a rebuilding team, so I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I won't say trash team, but you know, I'll keep that thought to myself. Sorry. Did I say that out loud, guys? Did I say that loud?
Our RB team is a mess right now. That's all.
But I mean, they just cut Kenyon Drake. They get rid of Jonathan
Drake
Taylor.
was
What they got
awful.
left? Deion Jackson, which your boy picked up in fantasy, and he might be their new starter.
Whatever.
Did y'all hear about what
We'll talk about him later.
Cardinals are doing? They're like tanking. They're like getting rid of people left and right.
I heard that they might be sitting Mr. Kyler Murray all season, even though he won't be injured.
What?
He's on the pup list.
What's the injury?
Well, he tore his ACL at the end of last year. So he would be already coming back in the middle of the season anyway. But since they're tanking to get quarterback. What is the quarterback? Caleb Williams out of USC. I think that's where he comes from. But he's the number one projected overall pick for next year, and then the number one quarterback prospect. I know that.
Is he under 25?
They're already ready to play bad to get him.
He's not even in the league yet.
They're just gonna throw the towel every time. Like, don't play good, guys. Just
right.
We need to get our quarterback. Lose every game, guys. Go team.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what? A strategy is a strategy.
Yeah, as long as they don't get caught trying to, you know, yeah.
Matthew Stafford might be getting traded from the Rams.
No way.
What? They're saying he is having a hard time connecting with his younger teammates as an older player in the league.
Oh, imagine that.
Well, that could be.
That him and Cooper Kupp are kind of sort of getting into it a little bit of practice there.
Well, Kupp is also coming back from an injury himself. So they're both coming back from injuries.
The Saints are already talking about Jameis Winston over Derek Carr.
Jameis Winston balled out this week.
Hey.
I was gonna say, where did I know we talked last week about it. I didn't see any more of the preseason for the Denver Broncos. Who was their QB?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell. So has anybody seen any more of the No, not on anybody's radar.
No, not really. I mean,
I was just curious to see if they were vibing any better now that he's out of the C-suite and in with the players in the locker room.
Well, they're saying they're doing a bit better. They're actually looking at the projections that they have. They're set to do pretty good this year. I mean, their defense is getting pretty upgraded, so
it looks like
I hope it works out for
no
them.
fly zone, y'all. No fly zone.
It looks like Jackson Smith Najigba, who recently underwent surgery to repair a small broken bone in his wrist, is expected to begin the season on the active roster, so he'll be available for week 1. He underwent surgery last week? What?
Yeah, that was last week.
That's insane.
Dan, nobody's visible on your stream.
I know. I was looking at my Word.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have stuff written down.
I was making sure. I was like,
hey, gotta watch out for each other.
Josh Jacobs, he signed that franchise tag.
nice.
$28 million franchise. Josh Jacobs, he's a running back for the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Really
he
good
actually was the
running
one who he was the best rusher in the league last year, arguably. So he's the one who they said started the movement for the running backs to want more money, because he threatened to hold out this entire season if he had to till he got paid.
Now, doesn't the NFL have an interesting kind of pay structure where, like, you know, they can't, like, you know how in like Major League Baseball, they, you know, like the Yankees, they have a shit ton of money, so they can basically outbuy anyone. But it doesn't work like that in the NFL, does it?
No, it doesn't. NFL is wide open, and that's the fun thing about the NFL and the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Wide open. You can see players go to random places you never thought of. Like
But they still got to have the money to get them, right? Just
Correct.
Correct. The NFL has the type of boom power to be like, okay, so out of nowhere, we're not hearing anything about the Lions, but Jonathan Taylor suddenly gets traded to the Lions. Like, that's the type of things that can happen in the NFL.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It won't, but you never know. It could be a surprise team in there.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's happened before.
Joe
Joe
Mixon for Jonathan Taylor? Question mark?
Hey, I'm trying to get Joe Mixon on my team.
There you are.
Taylor has to
It's
find a
probably not
trade
going to
partner
happen.
first.
Fine though.
I
Trying
mean,
to do a little
right.
QB for.
They gave him a deadline of tomorrow, so tomorrow is gonna be a big day, guys.
It's going to be tomorrow in the middle of the day. They're going to be like, hey, Jonathan Taylor, you're not getting traded
That's
at
gonna
all.
be a
the Lions
big
need some
day.
help.
The Taylor's not going to get traded. That's why not? Why should they not? If they have the money and the funds, why not? They're a fringe playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
They can use a running back after Jamal Williams left town and kicked rocks to New Orleans, which, God, my God, what are you doing? But
Hey, maybe he's got a sweetheart in that town.
Hey,
he's getting that money. That's what he's doing.
that
So
moolah.
He's doling out some spankings with that hooker money.
Probably.
Just saying.
Probably.
I just want to see the Lions make it to the bowl before I get it. I get it.
Hey, I think the Lions are actually my team to watch list.
You did
Underrated team, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
did
think
say
I
that.
did have them on my.
You
Same.
agreed with me on
Same.
that team from the NFC.
Underdogs to shine. I even agreed.
Yeah, because they did pretty well up to a certain point last
They
year.
won like 7 or 8 games in a row. Now,
Yeah.
y'all kind of call me crazy if I say that Detroit might beat Kansas City in Week 1.
I mean, listen, we have agreed
The
any
Super Bowl
given
champs.
Sunday. Any given Sunday, we've seen shit happen where we're like, "How the fork did this happen?"
They're not a bad team. They have any team. That's the thing about the Chiefs, though. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. The Chiefs can be beat.
Yeah. Anybody can be beat.
I mean,
that's fact.
But that's true. That's true. Any team can be beat at any point in time, and
Yeah.
the
Shit
Eagles
had an
proved
off
it.
day.
Just saying.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Eagles.
I would like the Lions to beat the Chiefs just to humble the Chiefs.
Like, just listen. What kind of twist, what kind of curve would that start the season off if the Super Bowl champions lose in the very first game of the season? That's a reality check for them to stop running the damn mouth about Joe Burrow.
I wonder when that happened. Oh wait, the Rams lost their first game.
They did. And then you know what? They're gonna lose on September 25th, y'all too.
Ooh. We got
Monday
the chat
Night
riled
Football,
up.
Bengals versus Rams. Ooh.
That's gonna be a good game.
Y'all got this.
Monday Night
doesn't get
Football,
traded.
Super Bowl rematch. It's over. It's over. They get swamped.
Y'all got the chat
Sorry,
hype.
Rams. What we doing, chat? What we doing?
Yeah, y'all got the Chiefs fans hyped up, yo.
Oh, Jade's around, isn't she?
Jade and Serafina, they both Chief fans.
Oh, what they gonna do? What they gotta say? Tell me what
Oh my.
you gonna go back to Burrowhead?
Hey,
I have something that someone said. I could easily see the Bengals beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh.
It's possible. Listen, it's just a possible thing. I mean, they beat them before, so why not? Would they not be able to beat them again?
Jade, you tell him.
One thing of note, friends that are Kansas City Chiefs fans. One thing of note: the Bengals kept the same team. The Chiefs lost players.
Oh, becoming.
Who's their number 1 receiver?
Who?
The Chiefs, other than Travis Kelce, of course, the tight end.
I can look it up. I'll look it up first.
Oh, I see what's going on. Look, all I know is
They
that
got nobody to throw to.
Chiefs depth chart.
Who's their running back?
I'm not gonna lie.
Pacheco, he's on my fantasy team.
Yep. But look at their backups.
I'm not gonna lie.
It takes more than one player.
No
Go ahead, Jay.
way.
Usually, how it goes is whenever a team wins a championship, they lose a lot of players because a lot of other teams want to invest in those championship players.
So, one of your championship players, Kansas City fans, came to Cincinnati. You know that, right? He came to the promised land.
Oh Lord.
Does the name Orlando Brown Jr. stand out to you?
No, I know who that is.
Tackle,
Yeah, I know. Who
Super
that
Bowl
is.
champion, and Cincinnati Bengal.
Thought he used to be a Miami Dolphin
my
at one
goodness.
point, though.
All right. Well,
So he had
I love
as much
it.
as I'd love to let this, love
I-
fest continue.
I was gonna tell him who the #1 receiver is for them.
Go for it. Tell
Kadarius
us. Tell
Toney.
everybody. Kadarius Toney. Oh yeah, he's that injury-prone player on the Chiefs.
Wow.
Yo.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow,
look at it.
me.
Yeah, he was injured for most of the last season. So then you got Kelsey to throw to every time.
They have
It's
MVS
just triple team him.
and Sky Moore.
I have him on fantasy, so I better hope that he'd be #1 on their team, right?
Anyways,
I feel like this year's going to be a really good year. I feel like a team that gets doubted a lot is probably going to upset a lot of people.
I'm telling you.
I feel
Which can tie in?
This is the year of the underdogs. I feel it. This is the year of the underdog.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of surprises.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of surprises, and I think we're going to have an odd Super Bowl. By the way, I still rep my Super Bowl pick, Cincinnati.
So, do you all think that with that there's been more movement in players in 2023 than there was in the 2022, preseason, off-season, week 1, week 2 era? And that in and of itself will be a major driving force of a lot of realignment of
I think it's
NFL
most of the
teams.
injuries.
Yeah.
It's been more injuries. I don't think this offseason has been as exciting as last year. I mean, we had Stafford last year. Like, that was a huge deal. So,
Well, he got an extension.
Rodgers, just not as exciting, honestly.
I mean, Rodgers did upgrade the Jets, though.
He did. He definitely, the sales have gone up here when it comes to this. We know,
I don't care.
I know you don't like him. I know you don't like him, but he's made the team better. Like, the Jets are going to be another underdog team out there because
No.
I think people are highly underrating them just because they're the Jets. And
No,
they're ass
I won't
and they're
allow
bad,
it.
and I won't support them.
I heard he had a really good game this week.
Can you guys compare it to kind of like how Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, or?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I could see that, but I don't think they'll do much better. The people that are saying they're going to the Super Bowl is crazy. The Jets going to the Super Bowl.
Not with the Buffalo Bills there. Not with the
I don't know. The Bills might take a step back though.
No.
Ooh.
Everybody's hating on the Bills. Everybody is hating on the Bills right now. I'm not even a Bills
hating
fan,
on the Bills.
but
I'm hating on the Jets.
Bills are going to be good.
Josh Allen going to take a step back? Question mark. The Madden curse.
Oh, yo, Rosberger. I didn't tell him to say this. I promise.
I'll let Rad
Rosberger,
take this
I love
question.
you. I love you, dude. I love you.
Brad, I got a question for you in this chat.
Go for it.
So what's your thoughts on the Bengals? I could see them winning a Super Bowl eventually.
Yes, I do agree. I honestly feel like this year is the year. I mean, I think that they're the least damaged team from free agency and trades and everything like that, and the most complete team. I mean, I think Jamar Chase is still going to be a top 5 receiver in the league. I think that Higgins is young and he's going to be even better than he was last year. Boyd is still a good slot receiver. Defense is getting better. Awuzie is going to be healthy, our top corner, so that's going to be a big help. Which came from Dallas, by the way.
I remember that guy.
If we can get a backup quarterback, and I'm going to throw it out there, Joey Burrow is going to be MVP this year.
Ooh.
So my prediction wants to be, it's not going to be, but my prediction wants to be Joey Burrow win the MVP, Jamar Chase running off and winning Offensive Player of the Year, and then Bengals win the Super Bowl.
Not
Some
not
bold
Brock
predictions.
Nope, not Brock Purdy. So I mean, I just think they're going to take the league by storm this year. I think they got one of the easiest schedules in the league.
Dang.
Okay.
One of, not the easiest, but one of.
All right. Well, just so you know, we are now at the half hour mark, plus or minus 5 minutes. So I wanted to kind of kick into the bye week. So I don't really understand the bye week, and I'm sure that we have some people in chat who may not also understand the significance of the bye weeks, because it's not just this week. It happens throughout through how many bye weeks are there altogether? 6? No.
Well, so every team gets a bye week. There's a
Yeah.
bye week before the regular season starts, and then there's a bye week for every single team, starting from I think it's week 5 or week 6, and then every week up until week 13 has a bye week for every team.
Yeah.
And it's
Now, as I
randomized.
understand it, each week there's 2 teams that get to rest their players. They don't play,
Well,
and this
it
is to
depends.
heal, rest, whatever, right?
It varies. I think there's 6 teams, a few weeks, or 4, and then 3 or something like that. So
Yeah.
it varies numbers per the week. Some weeks are shorter than others
Well, what's the point of this?
to give them rest in the middle of the season.
Yeah, but
Everybody needs rest.
why?
Injuries.
Injuries.
Well,
Yeah,
things
but I mean,
accumulate over the season.
if I think about these injuries, a lot of these injuries don't heal in a week. The tendon
Right.
doesn't heal in a week. An ACL doesn't heal in a week. A concussion doesn't heal in a week. So I don't really see what the
It
point of
could.
that week does.
A concussion could, if it's a mild, it could.
So it says
Maybe
the
2.
bye
Maybe
week-
2, yeah. Jay's right.
It says the bye week allows for the extra weeks of the season without the extra pay for the players. In addition, it also affords teams a much needed break where they can heal and recover, which, as one can imagine, goes a long way towards helping the players to refuel for the rest of the season and to help them further on to the playoffs stay healthy.
Okay. I hear you. Do we all believe this shit, or
You
this
do.
just? I mean, okay. I guess my problem with this is
No.
that they get paid big money.
Mhm.
These are pro athletes. They go through training. They have rigorous training schedules, both muscle conditioning, weight training, athleticism, practices. I don't see how a week is going to help them. I honestly, I mean, I'm not a professional athlete, but if you're going to play for
True.
5 weeks in a row and then you get 1 week off, it's suddenly somehow that 1 week is miraculously going to change
So
things. Because I feel
It
like that could either break a streak or
you can.
It
I don't
You
absolutely
can also
can.
start one.
Definitely makes or breaks.
I mean, look at Detroit. I'm pretty sure Detroit had the bye and then won 7 straight games until they lost to Green Bay. So I mean, and Cincinnati in the last couple of years, they had one year where they were down 2-2 or 2-2 or 2-3 right after they won a Super Bowl.
So
all right. So is there a
And then
strategy to this bye week? How do we
it's just
decide who
randomly
gets
assigned.
what week?
It's randomly assigned
Yeah.
by the league.
Really? It's
Mhm.
completely random? I
Yeah.
thought
oh
I
yeah,
thought
that's-
the championship, wasn't there something I read somewhere, something about there's one team, I guess the best gets to decide when they want to take their bye week, but only them.
I don't know. I feel like the team that wins the Super Bowl does get to pick some games in their schedule. But I don't know that for a matter of fact.
Okay. Well, I thought I read somewhere that the championship team got to pick their bye week. Anyway.
That's interesting. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, I swear I thought
Mhm.
I saw something about that they were the only ones that could pick that, and that was a strategy for them. So if they were heading into the playoffs, they could choose their bye week the week ahead for the playoffs or something. Like I don't know. It was something crazy. I may be off my rocker with that, but you all may want to check that out.
So,
Anywho,
Most definitely.
yeah. So what are we thinking about this? Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
So another thing with bye weeks is the fact that
Mhm.
people can change their strategies up. So coaches have more time to change their strategies. If something's not working, they can put in new players. They can
Fresh
check out who they want to sign during the bye week. They can check out all sorts of different things. Free
new
agency.
boyfriends. Yep, got you. Interesting.
Yeah.
What?
I need
Listen, I need time to assess future players,
She'll
future stablements.
need that with Bryce Young when he's on the bench
Yes.
for Andy Dalton.
Gotta see what they're made of. Gotta see their stuff.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Bryce Young is the starting quarterback and will be.
So what is what's the first major weekend of play? Is that this upcoming weekend or the next weekend?
So
Next.
I believe next Thursday is the Thursday night football game to kick off the season.
This
Yes.
Thursday or next Thursday?
Next.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
2 weeks.
Okay.
8:30 p.m. Eastern. I know that for sure.
What's that? The
8:25, but
7th?
yeah.
The 7th, yes.
Ooh, you know
The
what
Carolina
that means?
Panthers.
Ooh, hey, my new team. I will actually be in New Jersey for that. So maybe we can do a Discord watch party?
Yeah.
Question mark. Somebody want to host? Big J, do it.
I'll do it.
So the first game is going to be the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City
The
Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Yep. First day game. So
I think we should watch it.
I'm down.
I think we
should
should.
I'm down.
I
I'm
think we should
down.
have a watch party. I mean, because we're all saying Detroit's going to take it.
I mean,
Well,
I am the sports
saying-
coordinator.
I don't know if anybody
Hey.
said that Detroit's going to take it. I said they could take it, and I think they should.
Yeah,
the
basically
sake
you're
of the
saying they're going to take it. Got you.
Yes,
Damn.
yes, I will pick on the underdog. Just because I can't stand the Chiefs and it'd be fun. Right, Jade? Wouldn't it be fun for the Detroit
Ooh.
Lions to win?
Yeah, and Dan,
What
you
does
can
it say?
host it. You can host the game.
Yeah, Dan, you could host it over the Fitness Fanatics.
Yeah. Happening.
I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what she was doing.
Sorry, I have a thunder shower in progress, and in my hotel room, my AC failed, so I have a window unit.
Mm.
So the window unit is getting pelted by rain right now, and it just sounded, I guess the way the acoustics are, it sounded like was hitting coming from the door, and I was about to freak out, like, who's pelting shit at my hotel room door?
Right.
So anyway,
But should we address everybody's? Because I know we talked about a little bit about Super Bowl picks and underdog teams, overdog teams, like overrated teams to us, and potential MVP picks, everything like that. So I know, Shiny, you have those written down. Should we talk about that a little bit?
we could absolutely take the conversation. Helm it up. Where do you want to talk?
Well,
Where do we start?
like I said last time, I'm pretty sure I have the Lions as my underdog team for the NFC, and the AFC. I believe my underdog team is the Chargers or the Jaguars or both of them.
They said Dolphins. No.
I didn't say Dolphins. I sure as hell didn't say the Dolphins.
But then said the Dolphins. That's right.
Somebody else did it at the end, maybe you or Jay. So that's why I said I think the Lions have a good chance. They won like 7 straight games last year at the end of the season. All to lose to Green Bay, which they shouldn't have, but whatever.
I hate to say this season, but Mr. Jordan Love has had a pretty good preseason. And he's been playing pretty well for the Green Bay Packers.
Quick note about that division. That division is going to be fun to watch.
I agree. I agree.
You got the Bears, you got Minnesota, you got Green Bay. Like all those teams, like they got good potential. Detroit, yeah.
I think it's going to be a good fight between the Vikings and the Lions for number one.
You know what? I will throw a hot take out here, y'all. Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears will be number 2 in that division.
Well, he actually has a wide receiver now.
True.
He has a wide receiver in DJ Moore. DJ Moore gonna have a good year.
DJ Moore is solid. I
think the NFC is gonna be a lot of fun to watch. To be honest, I mean,
Oh yeah.
NFC South, the NFC West, all the divisions are really tight knit. I think this year. So I would say gotta take the boys over there in the East.
Okay.
I think that they're sorry Eagles fans, but I think the Eagles are overrated. Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball, dude. He cannot unless he has AJ Brown.
Well, it's interesting. So, like, I just pulled up the headlines, and so you've got both the Lions and the Bears predicted to win the NFC. So they're both at the top of the prediction charts for the
Really?
NFC. Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, like I said, I think those two teams are probably my underrated picks for the underdog picks for this year.
Well, they're not looking so underrated now.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
No, they are not.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so tight knit in that conference. But then you get the AFC, and it's like, listen, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bengals, you got the Chargers, you got the all you can name all those teams. Jacksonville. You got about 8 teams in the AFC you can name that are strong contenders to make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills. Goodness. Sorry, Rossi, but Bills don't cut it for me.
Oof.
I just can't do Josh Allen. But I'm telling y'all, like I said, one game, I'm gonna point this out, and then y'all can take over from me. But the Bills Bengals game, Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. It's Sunday Night Football now that I think about it. Bills Bengals and Sunday Night Football is gonna be the best game of the season. Guarantee the most nostalgic and the best game of the year.
All right. Tell us how you really feel.
Well, I do. Because
there's a lot of passion in there. So I'm just, you seem to have a very, like,
I mean, think about it, guys.
Strong.
Damar Hamlin is going to be returning to Cincinnati, the place where he almost nearly lost his life. It's going to be the most drama-filled, the most impactful game.
Okay.
I think it could be. I think it could be.
And when is that game?
That is not till the end of October.
So we'll have to get that on our hit list
November.
for games to watch. Maybe we put that up in the Discord as another one that we want to honor.
So I'm planning on trying to get NFL Sunday ticket.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, fantastic, Dan.
November 5th.
It's on YouTube TV. No.
Okay.
Let's go.
Right on.
Which is very expensive, but you know what? If you make that happen, man.
If you make it worth it, if you use it, then
Right.
there you go.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
But so what is
do,
everybody else thinking about the league? Any shocking twists you think are going to happen, or you have any shocking teams that you want to say will be underdogs?
I'm on board with the Lions, and then I
we
think
said Carolina, didn't we?
I say no? I mean, I want Carolina, but ultimately, I'm like, is it Chargers? I think maybe Chargers.
That's the AFC. Yeah, you said.
Yeah, so we talked NFC, AFC.
I think the Chargers are another one. They're fully healthy.
You know what?
Good team.
Dan, cover your ears. I think that the Jaguars are going to be the underdogs in the AFC.
Yeah. I think they have the potential to pull off an upset bigger than they did last year.
Oh, man. I know Chargers fans are still sick.
My friends, I know I'm biased and all, but I'm saying Cincinnati gets the bye week this year. Kansas City has to, for the first time in 4 years, play in the wild card.
I think the Titans are 4th in the division. Titans, not Texans.
So you think
Titans.
You think Houston's better than Tennessee? That's a good take.
Ooh.
I do. So
especially
Houston's running back was actually running pretty well in the last game.
I
watched the highlight. He didn't get a lot of yards, but he was running well. So that's at least good to see for them. But their CJ Stroud, he He played okay. He didn't play the greatest in the world, but honestly, he played. I mean, he didn't play enough in that game to probably warrant anything, honestly.
You know, Jay, much to your chagrin, I'm gonna have to say that the AFC North is gonna be the best division in football this year.
I agree.
And here's why. Here's my explanation why. Bengals are already top tier team. Everybody knows that. Everybody in this chat knows this. Everybody in y'all's chat knows this. Bengals are a top tier team.
Yeah.
Baltimore,
Pipe down.
Baltimore when Mr. Lamar Jackson is healthy is a top tier team, usually.
Yeah.
When he's healthy.
They got Duvernay back too.
Exactly. They got Duvernay and Bateman back, which is going to be good for them. They got Beckham, Odell, of course. I believe he's still got potential to be a good receiver in the league, but
I think he's a third receiver now.
I think he's a little sketchy, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see how he does.
He's a wide receiver.
In my opinion, he's only another Antonio Brown. But
ooh, that's a hot take.
Yeah, he's a diva. Sorry.
That is how.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Then you have the Pittsburgh Squealers, who
did you?
I honestly don't think the Steelers are going to do that good this year.
Did you see Pickens in
mediocre? But you're saying
in his game?
Yeah, but one man doesn't make a team.
Pickens
one man
is good.
doesn't make a team. You'd need to get everybody on board.
They got a good defense.
Steel Curtain. If they're healthy, they could do it.
I mean,
but
Minka
they're going to be number 4 for me.
Okay.
I'm going to put Steelers at 4 in the division. And Cleveland at 3rd. I think Watson will. My favorite spa massager, Mr. Watson.
Dang, that's a bold statement.
Will be better this year.
I disagree.
Kenny Pickett, and will be number 3, and he'll hold his own. And I think that almost every team in the AFC North can win at least 8 games.
Ooh.
I mean,
there'll be a lot of splitting this year.
I mean,
in that division.
That division is tough. They are.
Games.
But in the NFC East, man, a lot of people sleep on that NFC East. Like, I really feel like,
well, they got 2 conferences for a reason.
Yeah. I'm just saying 3 teams from that division went to the playoffs.
4.
Yeah.
Almost 4. Almost 4.
The Commanders, that's another underdog team I have this year. I think Sam Howell. I think he's good. I think he is the man for Commanders.
I think
but what are you basing that on?
Stats from the preseason and his game last year, his games.
Which if you actually think that preseason matters or not, that's
Where's
the question.
He in the rankings?
Well, it's more of a bold statement that he's gonna be good rather than backed up by consistent facts, because he's only played 4 or 5 games in the league that mattered.
In the rankings, 26th.
He's right around probably, I would say 26 out of starting quarterbacks in the league.
But you think he's on an upswing? Is basically what you're.
Okay. I do. He's on a team with potential. Now, if it happens, I'll have to see. But anybody else, whose underdogs do y'all have? What teams you think are going to swoop in and maybe do some kind of damage to the league that might be shocking?
Well, so for the AFC, I said Jaguars. For the NFC, I'll go ahead and just say the Lions. Those are my 2 picks for the underdogs.
Okay.
But
do we think that go ahead.
If we want to go with teams that we feel like that we're gonna root for, I think we're doing big things this year.
Hey,
we're stacked on defense. We're stacked on offense. Look.
So
I gotta
I
say
have one thing to say. As long as Dak stays healthy, he has to stay healthy.
Okay, that's a fair statement.
He does, and he's got to cut down. He's got to cut down the interceptions for
on
that
the hookers. Yeah.
So I would like to throw an interception on that real quick. So we have to mention that some of those interceptions was on him, but also it was also on the wide receivers.
Some of them were drop passes and tipped up into the air passes that shouldn't have been happening.
I can't look at.
Yeah.
I don't understand that in football. Like, I know I'm not a player, and I'm nowhere near a player, to be honest with you. But why would you tip the ball up into the air near your defender and not just, if you're not going to catch it, smack it down towards the ground or something, or try like.
Yeah, I think that stat really does stink for the quarterback. Like the interceptions, if the wide receiver touches the if they touch the ball and then they drop it, or like they don't fully catch it and then it's intercepted, that should not be on the quarterback. That's not the quarterback's fault. I really think that
fumble.
I think that stinks.
I think
Yeah.
I think that's what holds CD Lamb from being elite, to be honest. I mean, he had drop issues last year. If he can calm him down just a little bit, he'd be up there.
Gallup
Definitely.
also had drop issues.
Gallup had more drops than CD Lamb. CD Lamb actually caught a lot of passes.
I know the first stretch of the season they were worried about him being like, why are you dropping so many passes, fam? Like,
question for you, Jay.
What's up?
Who is your tight end?
Our tight end is
Ferguson?
It's Ferguson. He's now the starting tight end.
Rookie?
Or is it the other guy?
He played last year.
Rookie.
Ferguson was a rookie last year. He's this is his second year in.
Isn't his name Jesse or Jake? Something like that. Starts with a J. Jake Ferguson, I think it is.
Yeah, Ferguson is going to be our starting tight end.
Isn't there a rookie that's a backup? Like Schoonmaker or something like that?
Seems like Just look it up. Somebody look it up.
I can look it up.
Yeah, so the original the tight end that was with Dallas last year, he went to Houston.
Right.
So
why?
Dalton Schultz.
Mr.
He got paid money.
That was it. They offered him.
And he wanted target.
Starter is Jake Ferguson.
Okay, that's fair. I would sell out for money. Probably more money in my life.
Luke Schoonmaker.
Yeah, Schoonmaker, right?
I want hooker money. Don't look at me like that. Listen, if I made that kind of money, I would never have to worry about anything ever again. Like, I would just have hookers on call. Be great. Be like, can I pay you to be my baby daddy? Yes, you could. Great. Here you go. Give the donation. Out you go. Thanks. You all look shocked and appalled. All right, moving on from hooker money.
All right.
He's a fool. The Dallas Cowboys, that's the girlfriend you never leave. That's the one you marry and you stay with. But if he wants to go...
I'm done.
So the Dallas Cowboys is your team to never leave, huh?
Correct.
Well, what happens when Cooper Rush comes to Cincinnati?
Well, Cincinnati is my mistress.
Okay. Okay. So, what is your underrated team this season for your teams? Or overrated teams? You can do whatever you want.
Well, I didn't realize how the Lions had come up in the rankings on everybody's hit list there for doing well this year. But I feel like the Chargers, I don't know, have they come up in the rankings? But I kind of felt like both the Lions and the Chargers were undervalued last year, perhaps, until they had their streaks. Well, I don't know that the Chargers... Did the Chargers end up having a streak or not? I don't know.
Well, they did because they started out with 7 losses or something really early. It was
and then they
something really crazy.
Yeah, and then they turned that around. So I'm very curious to watch and see what happens with them. I feel like Dallas is going to kill it. I feel like Cincinnati's going to kill it. So it's almost like no fun to watch, but you're going to watch because you love them anyway. Well, I'm married to one and the other one's my hoe, so.
I'm going to say that.
That
honestly,
sexy girlfriend.
The Chargers are my team to watch this year. Like
Yay!
the Chargers are going to be good. Like I'm going to be
again.
I'm excited to see what Say
Yeah.
what?
If they can stay
If they
healthy.
can stay healthy. Can we get a
That's
full
true.
season of Keenan Allen, please?
Oh yeah.
Yes, please. He's on my fantasy team.
Oh, then he can get
Don't
injured.
jinx it, Dan. Don't jinx it. Better knock on wood somewhere,
Leg.
somehow, some way.
Leg injury prone, so be careful.
Yeah.
Not the prone.
Herbert is probably a top 10 QB in the NFL.
Justin Herbert is
Herbert?
a really good quarterback. Yeah,
I mean, he got paid for a reason. That's all I gotta say.
he's a good quarterback.
And you know,
He's
there's
very
only
good.
one thing I can say about getting paid in the NFL as a quarterback. If you're watching this, Cincinnati, my friends, first off, I love you guys, but pay Joe Burrow.
He is. He's the highest paid quarterback, isn't he? At this
Hey,
point.
Hey, Indianapolis Colts.
I
Pay
think he's the
Jonathan
highest paid
Taylor.
quarterback now.
I'm pretty sure he is. I'm not sure, but I thought I
How
don't
much
know.
more money does he need?
Dan.
Well, you see, so I
Hold
don't.
on,
I'm
what
not
did Dan
sure.
say? What did Dan say?
Hey, Indianapolis Colts. Pay Jonathan Taylor.
He wants him to pay
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor.
Isn't that my guy on my team?
That's your running back. Yeah, the one you.
That's why he wants to leave. He's not getting paid what he
Making a-
wants.
No, he didn't get paid. I swear I saw he got paid.
No, they didn't. They had trouble with his contract. And he's
Why
not
are they
getting
all
paid.
such divas? Come on.
We gotta make money somehow.
No,
They are making money for crying eye.
this is what I heard.
It's an
Oh,
extension.
ambulance.
Burrow makes $29 million a season.
I watched this NFL video, and it was basically saying that quarterbacks get 3 times as much as running back, or 4 times as much as running backs in the NFL right now.
Look
Again,
at Patrick
call these
Mahomes.
divas call these divas a wambulance. I'm tired of listening to be like, I don't make enough money. Where's my nookie? Like, please stop it.
Honestly, I'm with Shiny right now.
But I think the running backs have reason to say the same thing. Then
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Because they carry so much of the load. Like, there are not
Yeah,
that many
for
lead
real.
backs
Right.
anymore in the NFL. There
Think
are
about how
not.
much harder they get hit. How much
So-
run, like regularly.
that's true.
Like the quarterbacks are well protected. If they get a hit, it's like maybe once for every like 10 hits that the other guys get. So come on now, stop it.
Unless you got a very terrible offensive line
Yeah, well,
that ended up
Hindi.
losing you the Super Bowl.
that's a whole nother issue.
Not an offensive line that made you lose the Super Bowl, right?
Oh damn.
Dan, who's the team that doesn't have a good
9
offensive
times
line?
in the freaking Super Bowl.
Those Miami Dolphins.
God, I hope so. That won't be just
No, they don't have a good
Delightful.
offensive line at all. It's awful.
Yeah.
No, you can't say that because their quarterback is Tua, and Tua does not get any more concussions anymore. No.
Yeah, we don't want
There-
Tua to get hurt anymore. As much as we don't
We
like the
talked about this.
Dolphins, we don't
Yeah,
want to
let's-
see
let's-
Tua get
no.
any more concussions.
Block
Like,
for that
just-
man. Block for that man.
We don't want
Yeah.
to see
So-
anybody getting concussions.
At least don't be the
honestly.
worst offensive line in the league and let your quarterback get sacked 69 times. Cough, cough, Cincinnati.
Oof.
That's a
Hey,
lot.
listen. When your quarterback,
Just call out your own team.
yes, I did.
That is a lot of sacks.
But listen, when your team has an offensive line that literally is let your quarterback be at least the second least, like most amount of time sacked in the league in the past 2 years, you need to address your offensive line. That's the only thing I'm going to say about my team. The rest,
Okay, we're talking about the offensive line. Can I be offensive for one hot second?
sure.
They go suck a bag of dicks. Anyway, yeah, I said it. They need to get their shit together and protect their QB. Come on now.
Joey Burrow's getting hurt too much, and we need him.
Exactly.
We need him.
Protect my boyfriend. I
I
have plans for all that money.
So I recently tried Anthony Richardson on Madden, and Richardson got hurt twice. It's ridiculous just
Oof.
how bad our offensive line is.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
but
Plus, we just had someone get hurt too.
goodness gracious.
Yep.
All right, I'll stop being sassy. I'll stop being sassy.
Should we move to everybody's MVP picks of the year so far? Does anybody have their analytics done and covered? Does everybody know? Because I know who I'm picking. I just said it earlier, so
Whoops.
No.
I'm
not
picking Joe
Brandon.
Burrow to win MVP this year. Monster year. Best year of his
As long,
career.
you know what? As long as he doesn't act like a god blessed diva. Isn't he the one who runs around in like a fur coat and like?
Yes, the one who has the best fashion in the league. Yes.
I thought that was Cam Newton
Oh,
who
wait,
did
are
that.
we saying best fashion, or he just likes to look like he's big pimping the whole time? Like, what? I mean, is
Best
that really
fashion.
fashion? Not
Listen,
really
he's the Russell
considered.
Westbrook of the NFL. That was Cam Newton, but Cam Newton. We don't talk about Cam Newton.
Looking
Yo,
like
what's
a
up,
pimp doesn't
nonsense?
necessarily make you
Josh Allen.
best dressed.
He
I
doesn't
mean, he
look like
may
a
have
pimp.
some good outfits, but like rolling like that all the time, like I don't know.
Okay, listen. He doesn't wear the fur coat every time of the year, every game.
No, just some of the time.
He just wears a Hawaiian shirt, and sweatpants. Most of
Now,
the time.
if he came rolling up in like the 3-piece suit, sharp silk tie,
To the game?
yeah, roll up like a professional. He's going to the locker room to get changed like a big boy. You know, you want to make all that money, you dress the part.
So this
You
is what
role
we're gonna
model
do
for
for the
your
streams now,
team.
guys.
Holy
For any
crap, I
stream
put
for
my
me
link
going in
in
the
there.
future, I'm just gonna come rolling up in a suit. Okay, time for business.
Could you imagine the three of you rolling in here in like a business suit and being like, yes, we are ready.
Like that's what we
dress
should have done for the draft night.
I mean,
Every
I could.
Living in a gangster's paradise.
Do you like Jets are
wow.
gonna be hot this year?
No, no. No
Nonsense
gangster's
goes.
paradise.
We're talking about fashion. We
Go for
gotta
it.
be talking about me and sweet ass Bears hats.
Who was that?
Nonsense.
Nonsense, bro. You got some nice bear hats, I'm sure. But
Someone in my chat
you'll be
says
happy to hear what I said about the Bears, by the way.
Watch
ahead,
the
Dan.
vibe. Watch it over
Someone in my-
again.
someone in my chat says I feel like Jets gonna be hot this year.
Jets, okay. So yeah.
Any,
All right, Dan.
Look, he muted his mic. He don't want to say how he feel.
Huh? No, I was muting my mic because I was reading chat.
So Dan, who's your MVP pick of the year so far, bro?
So far?
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't know if Shine Ifris is one to lock in MVP picks right now.
I honestly I don't have a right now pick, but going off of last year, I think it could be a battle between I think Rodgers, or Mahomes or Burrow.
You got no Allen up there, or no like Lamar Jackson bouncing back, or anything like that.
Allen could. It's possible.
If Allen doesn't throw 75 interceptions. Again, sorry, Roethlisberger.
It could be a running back, but it's tough. Tough to get running backs up there.
I mean,
never know.
you never know. I mean,
Adrian Peterson did.
it could be a defensive player. You never know.
True. That's possible. What about you, Shiny?
Michael Parsons, baby.
He's gonna have to have a monster season breaking that record.
Oh man, I believe it. That
That's
dude's
Strahan record.
That dude's
Who?
a monster. Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Uh,
If anybody does that, it'll be Bosa.
Micah Parsons is insane. He's
Right.
just so good.
He is.
All right, Shiny. I see you over there trying to put a thought in. What is it?
I mean, okay, so last year I did all my research.
Right?
And so I'm not doing my research right now. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Joey B, yeah, they're up there, but I kind of want to go with an alt pick just because nobody's has mentioned his name, and I feel like he's going to be a sleeper.
Who?
Like, I think I mean, he's good. He's good, but I'm going to throw it. I want to throw it to Josh Allen.
Dang.
So you think the Bills are going to be a great team this year?
I do, but I mean, yes and no. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a sleeper moment. I think, I don't want to go for the obvious choices. I want to kind of just throw in a little.
The underdog pick. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we'll
Oh,
see.
if we
We'll
want to go
see.
underdog.
We'll see.
Trevor Lawrence.
Again, remember,
Saints.
this is no research, really. This is just kind of like an off.
Well, we'll wait till next week. You have to lock yours in. Everybody got this week to do their research. We'll lock in week 1.
Underdog, Saints. NFC Saints.
We're gonna lock in
Saints.
our MVP picks for the season, preseason.
Wow.
Week
Okay.
1 next week on the show. Everybody has to have their research done and pick who they want to win MVP or see who they think will win MVP.
All right, so maybe I'll have to have a sit down this weekend. I'll be back in New Jersey this weekend, so maybe spend some time. Excuse me, maybe spend some time on Saturday or Sunday going over the stats.
So Big
LOL,
J,
change
your
it.
pick for MVP is Micah Parsons?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a surprising pick. You think he's gonna be that beast?
Bro, he was beastie last year. I'm
He's
telling
gonna
you.
break that record? The 22.5 sacks?
I mean,
quarterback?
it's possible. I mean, anything's given on any given Sunday. I mean, anything can happen.
Nothing better than the NFC East, right?
Oh,
Breaking their own record, right? By Strahan. So I think that's any other thoughts that we have here.
No, and again, it's early, so I mean, we don't have to get too in depth right now. I thought it was a good idea that we keep punching forward on a couple little points here and there against highlighting the bye week, getting everybody on the same page for what it is, what it means. Is it really needed? Probably not. But we've seen what happens when these prima donnas bitch and moan and oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? My
Have you
bad.
watched
Shocked and
basketball?
appalled. Yeah, I
Shocked
mean,
and appalled.
yeah, that's true. Shocked and appalled.
Right.
So,
Oh no.
any final thoughts?
None. Jay, Dan.
Dak gonna only play half season, get hurt again. Oh man, dude, that's fighting words. You're dead.
You realize that at least 3 out of 4 of these people on this panel are Cowboys fans, right?
I didn't say it.
I'm talking to the person in your chat directly.
couldn't be me.
Cowboys.
I will say that a lot of people like to hate on stuff, and when they say stuff like that, I honestly feel like it's not a good look when people pretty much are cursing people to get hurt. Like that's not cool.
No.
Not really at all.
I mean, even even on my rival teams, like I don't wish injuries on anybody or joke about that kind of stuff because
Right.
what if it was your uncle, your brother, or what if it was somebody that was related to you that got hurt, so why does people have to joke about injuries? I never thought that was funny. I actually think that that's kind of petty, but I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is.
What are they saying?
I believe Derrick Henry wins MVP. Wow.
Bold prediction.
That's
Bold
a good
take.
Bold
that's a
That's
good
a great take.
That's a good prediction.
It's
Why not?
possible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. I
bold
mean,
move. We salute you.
So,
dude is 31 now, though, so we'll see.
I
He's getting up there in age.
For 30, like at
But he's
30,
still
I feel
one of the
like
best running backs.
athleticism. Yeah, and I think you've got all that brain computing power sorted out. You're not running so high on emotions. At 30, you're more focused. You're more strategic. You're more forward thinking, consequences. So I think 30 is a good age. I think 30 is a good age.
Okay. He's been hurt every year. I like the Cowboys. I'm not making fun of the man. Just can't stay healthy. I mean, it's true, but
It was just 2 years.
Understandable. It's
okay,
understandable.
so it's not necessarily that anybody assumed you were making fun of anyone or mimicking or mocking. So for reference, it's just making a statement that injury is not a cool thing. So nobody was trying to assume. So that you felt that way or you thought that way. Just It's just talking and conversating. So we understand.
It's all good. Well,
Doppelgar, what it do?
Yeah.
It do you, baby boo. See, through bars.
You know, that's I think that's it. I think we should end the show. It's over. Shiny ended the show.
Look. Shiny Hero Mixtape 2024, y'all. Check it out.
Yeah, she's gonna drop those bars.
Hey.
All right, I have a new career path.
All right, we're gonna get you a
all right.
record label on everything.
Yep. If
I'll
I
be
was
your
gonna
agent.
do a record label, my cover album, if I could pull it off, it'd be a Heine shot. I'd moon it. And I would headline it be Over the Moon. That'd be the title of my album. We won't talk about the why, but anyway, on
Why is
that
that?
note, it's been another rousing episode with you all. I'm happy to share the stage and screen with the most glorific gentleman, minus Cuzzo because we wish he was here, going on YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Twitter and
all the
my.
platforms.
yeah.
Yeah, good word from Cousin said he'll be here next week, so I'm really excited
Week
about
one.
that.
Guys, you know, next week is week 1 edition, regular season edition. So we'll be making those week 1 picks.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Red,
Those
no
week one-
fighting with other members of the community.
Okay, so we're talking about the
I'm
Steelers.
out. Oh God. I'm gonna go. You can go talk about the Steelers all night long. I gotta go.
I was gonna talk about Richardson.
Well,
all right. Well, I love you guys.
We love you
all
guys.
y'all. And I am going to honestly withdraw myself for the night. I'm getting a little sleepy eyed. So
Okay.
Try my day. Oh my God.
All good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna draw myself out here, but I thank you guys for the opportunity, and I'll be there in y'all's streams as you host out or do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, samesies.
So
all right,
Much
we like to
love.
thank you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys on the next week's episode of the NFL recap.
Dun 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 dun. All right.
All right, y'all. I will see you later.
Night, gentlemen.
Have a good one.